Hi guys, good evening. Welcome back to my Kitchen Diaries channel. So as what you can see, I have here all the ingredients for our egg noodles recipe. I know guys that I've been showing you already multiple times egg noodles recipe, but this time it's just a bit different. It's just because I used a dried noodles. So normally I always used a fresh noodles when I'm cooking this recipe, but this time I want to use a dried noodles, and this is a medium dried noodles. And also I added more vegetables and more spices to make it more nutritious and delicious, my egg noodles recipe. Okay, so let's go now to the dried noodles. How are we gonna boil it? So you have to boil the water first. Okay, it doesn't matter the quantity of the water, you can estimate. And once it's already boiling, you can already add the dried noodles. So I only bought 1 pack in Marks and Spencer, and it cost £1. And there are like four noodles inside the packet. Okay, so I just wait for maybe 30 or 15 to 30 seconds. And after that, then I already started to separate the noodles. Okay, so it's already a bit not really soft, but you can already start to separate the noodles. So this is the tips from the packet, how you will boil the noodles. Okay, so I also learned that when it comes to dried noodles, it should be we have to be very careful not to overcook, because it's not really good if our noodles is very soft. So it's the same thing with pasta, it should be al dente. Okay, so so that the result of our recipe for egg noodles, or whatever recipe you will make using this dried noodles, it will be perfect. Okay, so and then after this so I already cut the noodles, okay, so that it will be more easier for me to separate it. Okay, and then after this guys, after I cut it, then I already drain the water, and I put a cold water, and then again I drain it. Okay, and then after I drained, I put a bit of olive oil so that it won't be sticky. Okay, I know that it will be sticky a bit, but at least it won't stick with it, with the noodles. Okay, so yeah, and you can already estimate guys, if you want your noodles to be a bit softer, then fine, it's really up to you. But for me, it would be best if the noodles is not really so soft, so that it would be very good to eat together with the fresh vegetables as well. Okay, so there you go. Right, so that's already done. Right, so our noodles is done guys. So now we will turn on the heat, and then put the pan, and we will add olive oil. So we don't want to use a lot of oil for this recipe. Okay, just a little bit of oil for the meat. Okay, this is very important. It's just for the meat to cook. And the meat that we will be using is pork shoulder. Okay, that is the meat that I chopped or sliced. So this is pork shoulder part. Okay, so yeah, we have to just make sure that the meat is tender and cooked, and it will be golden brown, because the pork shoulder is not really very soft meat. So we have to make sure that before we will put the vegetables, it should be cooked and tender. Right, so now we are gonna add the pepper. So this is a ground black pepper. So pepper is good for our health, and it also will add flavor to our food. So basically, for me, every time I cook, there's always pepper. So don't miss to put pepper, especially if you are cooking meat. Right, so we will cover this so that it will get easily absorbed. Okay, the water will absorb from the meat, or the meat will absorb the water. Okay, and it depends, 30 seconds or 1 minute. Okay, right, so we can see that the water has been absorbed already. Okay, and I can still see that the meat is still a bit hard. So because I tasted the meat, and I don't want the meat to be a bit harder, because Alberto doesn't really like it, so it should be tender. So I decided that because normally I don't use pork shoulder for egg noodles, but today I'm gonna use it. So it's my first time to use pork shoulder for my egg noodles. So what I'm going to do is I will first add soy sauce to this meat, so that it will add flavor while it's cooking. So after I added soy sauce, I will just add maybe 1/4 cup of water. Okay, so it's not really a lot of water, guys. Just 1/4 cup is enough. Okay, because we already in the beginning there's already like a bit of water, and it's already been absorbed. So that's why we just need 1/4 cup, and then we will cover it so that it will easily absorb. So there you go. So there's already a bit of oil, because the pork shoulder is also a bit fatty. There's already fat in it. Okay, and that's why I don't use a lot of oil in the beginning. Right, so now we will saute and add the white onions. So at this point, I can already smell this onion, the smell of this onion. And also now we will add the garlic, and together this will give you, the aroma, the best aroma when you're cooking. So this is my favorite part when I am cooking, is when I saute the garlic and the onions. The best aroma that you could imagine. Well, for me, that's my favorite. This is my favorite part. Right, so now we're gonna add the prawns. Okay, So this prawns doesn't have any shell. Okay, so and that's good. If I think, you know, I also like the prawns with shells. Okay, but there's no available in the shop, so I always use this type of prawns, and I can always buy this in Lidl. Right, so just maybe a few seconds, and let's just cover for about maybe 30 seconds. Okay, so because the shrimp or prawns is already cooked, guys, so you don't have to cook this a bit longer, no. So just 30 seconds will do. Right, so now we're gonna add the vegetables. The first vegetable we will add is the carrots. Okay, so this is Alberto's favorite, and we have the baby corns. I love baby corns. I love corns. So anything with corns, I would love it. So let's just stir and mix all the ingredients. So we don't want the vegetables to be soft as well, so we just want it to be a bit crisp. We want it to be crispy, sorry. Okay, so we will so I already added a bit of soy sauce, just a bit. Few drops will do. And we will cover it for 15 to 30 seconds. So we're talking here seconds, guys, because these are vegetables and we don't want it to be soft. So I just covered it quickly. Just few seconds, maybe 15 to 30 seconds. And then mix again the ingredients. And then now we will add the other ingredients or the other vegetables. So we will now add the bell pepper, the red bell pepper. And then the beans. I forgot the name of this, but I think it's the family of beans. Garden beans or something. And then the broccoli, the baby broccoli, or the I forgot the name, tender something, broccoli, and our cabbage. So I put them all together because we don't want these vegetables to overcook. Okay, so and they are softer vegetables, so they get easily soft if you cook them. So that's why I just added them at the same time. Right, so if you take a look at the pan, it's very colorful, and that's what I really like it. I don't know with you guys, but for me, I love cooking when I can see that there's loads of different colors in the pan, and it makes me, I don't know, I have this feeling of it makes me happy in a way. So yeah, I love colorful things. Yeah, so we will just wait for maybe 30 seconds to 1 minute. So we will put water, just a little bit of water, guys. So that's only half a cup of water that I put. And then I added a bit more of soy sauce because it needs to be seasoned. So I didn't put any salt, okay? So And I also forgot to buy a broth cubes, because normally I will add broth cubes as well, but I really forgot, and I didn't know that there's already that it's already finished, so that's why I'm adding soy sauce. And let it cook for maybe 30 seconds. Okay, right, just quickly, okay, because we don't want our vegetables to be softer. Right, so we will add the oyster sauce. So this will add the texture and the texture of the sauce of the noodles. Okay, so I love oyster sauce. Right, so now we will add our noodles. Okay, so it's a bit sticky, but it's not really that hard because I added olive oil after I drained the noodles. Okay, so right, okay, so we're adding the noodles now, and I think it's a perfect what they call this estimation that I have with the vegetables and with the meat and with the prawns. So I think it's balanced, because we don't want to overpower our noodles. I don't want to have more noodles and less vegetables. So it should be balanced, guys, but it's better that you have a lot of vegetables. I don't want to have a lot of meat in my noodles or any recipe or any like with vegetables. It's better that it's less meat. So that's why I don't really use a lot of I don't put a lot of meat. So I only used 100 grams of pork shoulder for this recipe, and 1 packet of prawns. Right, so if you take a look at it, the color, there's yellow, there's green, there's red, there's orange. So I love the color. It's very colorful. So this makes me very happy when I'm cooking, if I can see different colors in my cooking. There you go, guys. So my egg noodles using dried noodles is ready. So bon appetit. Thank you for watching, guys, and I hope you will like, share, and subscribe to my channel. If you're not yet subscribed, please do subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell notification below for our newly upload videos. And if you have any comments or anything that you want me to cook, then just please comment down below and I'm gonna try to cook it for you. So this is my egg noodles using dried noodles. So thank you, guys. Bye.